You're up.
Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Coffee Thoughts. I'm joined here by my co-host, Ms. Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And I'm Terralina from California Cover-Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. So welcome. Sit back, relax, hydrate. I've still got the spoon in my tea, girl. Let me fix that. And let's just have a nice conversation this morning. This morning, our topic is appreciation. You know, it's October, and it's the holidays are getting ready to come. And I think there's just so much to be appreciative of and so many people to appreciate. And so I want to talk about the whole opportunity to appreciate our customers, our families, the people that support us. So we'd love to know your thoughts. Join us in the chat and let us know who you appreciate today. Hi, Fran.
Hello. And I want to say welcome to everybody who's watching live on the replay, watching over on YouTube and on Facebook. Just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. And also thank you for watching the replay. And so, again, like Terry said, it's all about appreciation. Mm-hmm. We take time out to appreciate you. You all could be anywhere else, but you have decided, for all of the people who like our page, who are in our group, who check out what we do on a week-to-week basis, we appreciate you and we say thank you. Everything we do is for you.
Yes.
And we want to make sure that we are bringing you value.
Here's the deal, Francine. I know that every October you do an event for your customers.
Yes.
That's strictly all about appreciation.
Right.
You want to tell us about that and why you decided to do that?
Because without my clients or customers, there would be no business. So in my real estate practice, I would do a October, take a day and have an appreciation party. Food, music, entertainment, just to say thank you before the holiday parties got started, because when the holiday parties get started, there's, everything is going on. People have little time to breathe. But this is in celebration of them, of all of our customers and clients. So we get together at the office, have some food catered in, have some music, a little entertainment, just to say thank you. The people that we work with, the teams that I work with, the mortgage companies, the other real estate agents, title reps, everybody is invited, because it's all about the customer and the client. We want our clients to know that they are celebrated.
Now, I heard a wise man once say, what you don't celebrate will leave you.
Right. So with that in mind, how about celebrating the 5 people that like your page? Exactly. I'm sure you guys got more than 5. I'm just saying. We get caught up on the numbers a lot of times. We get caught up with the big numbers. We get caught up with, I have to have 5,000 followers, and we get caught up in that whole whirlwind. But you have 35, 40 people who are faithful to you. Celebrate them.
I'm going to read the definition of appreciation over here of course, I Googled this, right?
Right.
So I guess I want to do the Merriam-Webster version. Let's see what they have to say. Appreciation, a feeling or expression of admiration, approval, or gratitude. Appreciation, evaluation, especially a favorable critical estimate. Sensitive awareness. Oh, I like that. Sensitive awareness, especially recognition of aesthetic values, increase in value. Oh, so things appreciate. So as we appreciate our customers, they increase in value to us because we've acknowledged them. Is that?
Yeah. What you appreciate, if you don't appreciate something and it leaves you, when you do appreciate something, it becomes more connected to you. They become more connected to you.
And therefore the value increases.
Yes. So if you are, since this is, hey Gail, since this is about appreciation, and you have 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20, 30, 52 clients, and you appreciate them, the love comes back. It just keeps going around and around and around. Appreciate. It is so much better than to push them away.
Yeah. So, because people go where they're celebrated.
Okay, are the people celebrated when they show up to your place of business, when they interact with you? Are they feeling appreciated? Are they feeling celebrated?
Are we celebrated? Are we tolerated as customers?
Right.
When we come in, I was telling you, I was at the book signing, and the man was talking to the other person while he was signing my book, and I was trying to ask him about the other books on this table, but I did not feel
appreciated
or celebrated during the course of that.
Not appreciated, not celebrated.
Well, no, I felt totally tolerated. Like, okay, I'm gonna get this done, and then I'm gonna give this person my attention. And I was there ready to buy books.
And I'm sure he probably didn't mean any harm by it, but he didn't take the time or develop a habit of paying attention to the person in front of you before reaching out to the next person. And that's what we do on social media. We are trying to get so many other people in our list and try and do all that, except celebrate the ones that we already have. Give good value to the ones that are already in the room. Then go on to the next person, because you can only do business one customer at a time.
That's good advice.
Good morning, Gail.
Good morning, Gail. Gail, pull your, are you on your laptop?
I am.
Pull your laptop cover down just slightly.
Yes. So
there you go.
Now we can
see
much better.
I got this thing about headroom.
That top of the room stuff.
Yeah. I thought you
guys wanted to see my ceiling, though.
No, can't see your ceiling. Oh, well, you know, it's probably lovely, but. So, Gail, welcome. And we're going to be getting into the interview with you, but we wanted to just encourage people to appreciate the people who have signed on with you, the people who love you, the people who like you. Just go ahead and celebrate them and just say hi. You don't have to throw a party for everybody, but you can just reach out and send an email or send a text and say, hey, I was thinking about you. Just wanted to say you're appreciated. It doesn't take much to show appreciation. It's the thought that counts. Is that what we grew up with?
Yes,
that's right. Yeah,
you know, grandma and mom and everybody was cool with the heart we drew on a piece of paper.
Exactly. Isn't that the truth?
Right, because it showed appreciation. They wasn't expecting us to buy them a diamond or something, but they did.
They did appreciate.
They did appreciate the gesture.
Yes. They were delighted with the heart, right?
Right.
They were delighted.
Now, as we got older and could do better, okay, we should do better.
Yeah, then they let us know.
Well, they've been working on us for a while, though.
Yes, but they trained us up. So, Gail, our guest today on the show is Gail Guest Brown. And Terry, you got your questions and stuff?
Oh, yeah, I got my questions up.
Okay, cool. Hey, I want to say good morning to Karen Fern, Donna. Donna, how are you doing, my dear? Yes, Donna, I would acknowledge your people on Facebook. Hi, Lennis. Yes, acknowledge the people on Facebook.
Lennis. Yes. Hi, Lennis.
Yep. And then Missy.
Lennis.
Karen, we appreciate you too. So let's get into our questions for Ms. Gail today.
So, Gail, we're so glad to have you. We know that you are a noted author, but I'm going to ask you to do this for us. Would you describe yourself and what it is you do?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. I'm Gail Guest Brown, and I am your local leadership coach. I do leadership workshops. I do one-on-one coaching, 3 month, 6 month packages. But I have a deep background in leadership. And so I didn't go into life coaching. I went into leadership coaching because when I was a leader, and especially as we move into those higher ranks, it can sometimes be very isolated and lonely, right? Sometimes we're playing in white dominant places, or we're playing in male dominated places. And we don't always feel like we get the support we need to be successful there. And I was fortunate enough to get a coach one year through a leadership program I had. And I looked like a cool gig. I'm like, yeah, you can help people. And I've always been about affirming women. And so I thought, that looks like a great gig. And she said, Gail, you'd make a great leadership coach. You got 30 years of leadership experience, right? Across 5 segments of business. I had worked in corporate world first as a manager, and then I moved into HP as a financial analyst, and then later as an operation manager and a project manager. And then I moved in, while I was working for HP, I had my ministry around peer counseling for survivors of domestic abuse. And I did that for 15 years after work. So I had ministry experience as well. And finally, I went into nonprofit. And I've had my own business. This is my second time I've had my own business. So I've had leadership across, a couple of different sectors of business. There's a lot I've seen in that time. And I could hold my shingle out and be a support to women who are interested in climbing, still climbing, right? I'm no longer interested in still climbing, but there are plenty of women out there still trying to make their way. And I thought I could hold my shingle out and be an asset to them, let them leverage my experience, and, put our heads together, because, 2 heads are better than one.
There you go. So let me ask you this. How did you get started? I recognize the background.
Yeah.
You equipped yourself. But then the question is, how did you actually get started?
When I decided to hang out my shingle and got on my own,
yes,
I did a little research. I started looking at other people I knew who were in research in the industry, what they were charging. I also knew I could coach without a credential, without a certificate, but the places I wanted to play in, the people I wanted to support, I knew they'd need to see the paper. They need to see some tickets. So I signed up for a coaching workshop, which I loved, 9 months. And while I was doing that, I was doing research on the business. So then I would research the business, what they were charging, who was already out there in leadership, what other segments of coaching were available. Just did some background. And then the first thing, like in the knee jerk, I think is the first thing that you want to do is set up your website. But I didn't do that first. I, thought about what kind of products I wanted to offer, who I wanted to serve, spend that time defining my target market, that kind of thing. How would I be positioned against other coaches? That kind of thing.
That's the better way to go. And I would tell somebody the same thing today. Don't run out there and get business cards. Don't run out and get your website and all of that. Do exactly what Gail just said. Find out who your target market is. Find out who you're going to serve. Get all that down first, because a lot of times people go and pick a name like Posy Petals or something, and it has nothing to do with whatever it is that you're trying to do. And now we have to redo all the branding once you actually discover what it is that you're trying to do. So I would tell you, don't invest in that just yet. Get a coach like Gail. Call somebody first. Work out when you finally finalize who you are and what you're doing, then invest the money in the business cards and the websites and the brochures and all of that.
Yeah, because all of your marketing is going to be targeted for who you're trying to reach. So if you get out there too early and you change your mind about who your market is, then you got to change all your marketing, right? So,
right. There you go. And your approach.
Yeah, and your approach.
Yeah. So Gail, let me ask you this. What was your biggest challenge in getting started?
The biggest challenge I would say is, tackling the money aspect of it. Where's the money going to come from? And having those conversations with the people you need to have conversations with, right? And for me, it was my husband. I'm blessed. I've got a husband that's very supportive. And, you've got to be able to speak up and speak on your own behalf. It was a knee-jerk reaction for him to make, why don't you go work for somebody else, right? I'm like, I'm done working for other people.
The things we are accustomed to, and the security of the so-called security of the paycheck.
There's a lot of security there. But I've been working since I was 16 for somebody. But my family has a long legacy of entrepreneurship. But I knew how much work that was because my grandfather had a store, my grandmother did hair, my mother had her own business, she had a dress shop. So I knew the work that went into having your own business. So that paychecks that look real good to me. What? Somebody's gonna give me some money. I don't have to worry about how the bills are gonna get paid, but who's gonna turn the lights on and all that stuff. So that was really attractive to me as a young person. But, I'm older now and I like more degrees of freedom. I like, I put in my time. I put in my time there and I laid a foundation for being able to strike out on my own. We did a few things right without even knowing it, right?
There you go.
We took.
Let's just say we have served. Okay,
we have served. We've served, and when you pay your dues, when it's time for you to step up and take care of yourself, you're like, okay, no, it's my time. It's time for me to strike out and do what I need to do, and serve women and do the work that I love doing. Right.
Okay, there you go.
And go ahead.
What is the one biggest tip that you would pass on to our listeners? Because I hear a lot of stuff coming out of here that sounds great.
About starting your business, or about
just
a tip? Any tip that you feel?
A tip, I would say, spend the time to align to your core values. To understand what your core values are and let those be your guiding posts for your decisions, your big decisions in life, whether you take a job, whether you go out on your own. And it does take some time to sit down and really discern your top 5 core values, and then make sure that when you're making those decisions for life, that you're aligning to them. I'm a woman of faith, and so I am always praying about my decisions, big and small. I'm always going into my prayer closet to see what God has to say about a particular decision I have to make. Mm-hmm. Even the little ones. The Bible says he cares about the little ones and the big decisions, right? And when I was younger, I would only take the big ones to him. But more recently, I take all of them to him, like, you know, which of these opportunities should I take advantage of? And then I look to see which of them are aligned to my core values. I have a big value for integrity. I have a value for God. I have a value for fun and for beauty and for, collaboration. So just knowing where your values are and knowing which of those opportunities are going to better help you live in your values. Because, here's the secret. Here's the secret about living in your values.
Okay, here it comes, guys.
When you live in your values, your heart sings. You're happy, right? Your heart is happy when you're living in your values. When you've got a job or you're doing work that you're buttoned up against your values all the time, you may not even know it, but you're in dissonance. You're just not happy. You're praying more than you need to be praying. You're praying all the time because you don't know how you're going to make it through the day. But when you got work that is aligned to your core values, then you're onto something and your heart is happy. And it's so important, as life is short, that we do work and work we love, because we're going to do our best when we love what we're doing, right? And we're going to be happy.
And also, when you do that, we were saying that your business is bigger than you, because even though you're not working in the corporate world, what you do now for other women and helping them and helping someone else step up, mm-hmm. That is so much better than just going for the paycheck.
It is. I worked for HP for years because that paycheck was nice. But I knew my heart wasn't in it, right?
Right.
It was a paycheck. It built, I called my house, this is a house that HP built, right? I mean, because it allowed me to access to a certain lifestyle. But, and the other thing it did, it gave me opportunities to grow. There was always another thing you could learn and do there. But it was not where my heart was. My heart is why I did my ministry, right? It's mm-hmm. because after work, I still needed to connect with women, support women, esteem women, lift them. And so I got that fulfillment in my domestic violence ministry. And now I get to work with women all the time. And, I've targeted women of color, and I get to work with my ladies, and not just victims of domestic violence, but women in leadership roles, women in general, but women in color specifically, and help them rise. And there's just so much joy and watching people take a little bit, because they're fabulous people anyway. They're people who got their acts together, but they just need to move, to get in alignment a little bit more to one of their values, or they've got some self-limiting behavior or mm-hmm. beliefs going on in their head, and you just need to do a little bit of work on there to get them off on another path and another way of thinking, another mindset, and you get to watch them blow up and just achieve the things they want to achieve, and there's nothing better than that.
Wow.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, Gail. What is your favorite charity or cause?
Oh gosh, yeah, domestic violence. I mean, that's my heart. I'm a survivor myself, and when I got healed and outside of that situation, a lot of my friends were dealing with it, and so that was about I was dealing with that about 20 years ago, and it was before everybody was talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And now everybody talks about it out loud. It was a big secret. Nobody talked about it.
No.
And everybody needed help, but nobody knew where to go. And so that was, I thought, really I got my, urging in my spirit that you need to do something about that. Okay. You need to get off your couch and go help somebody on a grander scale. And so I did. I worked with the faith community to bring that issue out into the open, create some awareness, and begin to talk out loud about it, that's going on, and have the pastors to say that it's a sin and a crime. It is both against the law and it's a sin against God.
Right.
But pastors weren't saying that at the time. They weren't even speaking about it.
No.
And so I created a ministry, and that is my cause. So October used to be my month for 15 years. I would wear nothing but purple because the ribbon color for domestic violence is purple, the purple ribbon. You see, I got on orange today, so I graduated. But,
well, now that you have graduated, Gail, let me ask you to go to something a little more upbeat. What was your best day ever?
Ooh, what was my best day ever? Now you want my best business day or my best?
Just your best day. You can pick one.
My best day is being with my husband in the Caribbean. We were snorkeling. We were on our honeymoon. We took a 5-week honeymoon to move in with each other, and then to go on this 3-week honeymoon. And we went to all over the world. But my favorite part of that was the cruise in the British Virgin Islands. And I just remember this day when the water was blue, so blue and so clear. And the sky was bright and shiny. And we were living on a sailboat with a captain and he had this little crewmate, and they would cook for us. And there were about 6 people on the crew, and on the boat. And we pulled into this little harbor, and we got out and snorkeled, and we were snorkeling underwater, and it was still clear. It's just clear because the water is so clear, and you can see the sun even though you're underwater. And these beautiful fish flying by, and we were snorkeling, and we were holding hands underwater. And to me, that was the best day ever. That was a beautiful, beautiful day.
It sounds beautiful.
I want you to tell me about the orange, somewhere with that orange that you changed from purple to orange.
You know what? Purple is the color of domestic violence. And so that's a color that's always going to be dear to my heart. But orange is so vibrant. It's so lively. It says, I'm here. And when I would go in corporate places, they would be in dark, they would be in gray or black, right? And I would walk in an orange dress.
It's something that we have a talent for.
Right.
I am here.
Hair.
I am here.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to look like you, and it's all right.
And still command the room.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. What is the one thing in your purse that you cannot do without?
Eyeliner.
All right.
Eyeliner. I don't go anywhere without eyeliner. I don't go to the store. It goes on as soon as I get out of bed, but because it defines my eyes, right? Even sometimes I lipstick a second, but sometimes I may not have lipstick, but I will always have on some eyeliner. You will never see me without eyeliner on.
Now, see, that's different. We mine is my phone.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No, but because I don't do a lot of makeup, but
yeah.
But I can appreciate that, because that's a tip for somebody. Because sometimes we get up and we can't. You're right. Without eyeliner, your eyes are not defined, and you want to know. And so you look totally different when your eyes are not defined. Just saying.
And when we're interacting with people, we're constantly making eye contact, which makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I have left the house without my phone and not gone back for it.
I've done that. Yeah, but
if I leave the house without my eyeliner, I'm making a trip to the store to get some more.
Oh, okay. You recognize that it's not in there.
It's like, wait, when we have got to go by the drugstore.
Gotcha. So tell us this, if you would, Gail. Tell us about it's my understanding you have a book coming out. Tell me about, how we can find you. If someone's looking for your services, just give us the whole rundown.
Give you the whole rundown. Let me see if I can find my book cover to load up for you.
Okay.
I should have a book cover in here. My book is called Girl Get It Right, and it is an impact guide to having the life and love and work in creating the life and work you dream of. Mm-hmm. And it is a short read, and that is purposeful because people, it's my observation that people don't read too much anymore.
Oh, we read. We just don't want War and Peace.
Exactly.
Okay.
We want it to be doable. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm so glad you said it's a short read.
It is a short read. Yes, ma'am.
That means I'll get through the book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then apply, and it could, because if I can get through the book, thank you for sharing that.
There you go.
One, can you see it?
Yeah,
yes,
we can see it.
Uh-huh.
If we can get through the book, then we can actually do what's in the book.
Amen.
So if we want the book, is it now available on Amazon, or where can we find this book?
It is available on Amazon.
Okay.
It's on, if you just put in Girl Get It Right and Gail Guest Brown, it's right there for you. But I'm also doing a couple of book signings coming up.
Okay, tell us about that.
All right. So on October 20th, I'm going to be at the library in Roseville. It's called the Martha Riley Community Library.
Mm-hmm.
And it is right next to the Sports Center if you live in Roseville. At 1501 Pleasant Grove Boulevard from 1:30 to 3. I will be there signing books and autographing books. And I thank you for that tip, Terralina. I will be giving each person their due time, right? I won't be signing books and talking to somebody else.
And just like at the store, just say to the next person standing, I'll be right with you. Finish with this person. You can acknowledge them, but you can't have a...
I know. Thank you. I'm going to share something else with you. This is the book signing
flyer.
Can you see that at all?
We can see Girl Get It Right. That's the book cover, correct?
That's the book cover. Let me stop sharing that and share something else.
Okay,
appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, where's your website?
Guest Brown Impact, GUEST Brown BROWN Impact IMPACT at gmail.com. That's my. Oops, that's not the book signing. That's another book signing I'm doing.
And that's in November. So we can find you in November. That's good.
October 20th there, and October 25th at my sister's house cafe.
I think somebody from my sister's house, we did an event for a Muslim women's group, and my sister's house was there because the Muslim women's group. So when you get there, ask the lady about that. They are looking to stop domestic violence in their community, and you may be a good speaker for them.
Oh my goodness, that's a tough group. I mean, they're dealing with a lot. I mean, we think we have it bad, but
they really got stuff going on.
They have a lot going on in that community, and I've done work on a when I was working with the faith community, it was multi-faith, and so they had someone there from the Muslim and the Buddhist, and the Muslim ladies really. Or have an uphill battle ahead of them.
Right.
They have so many more social norms to contend with that we don't even have to deal with. We covering the face and not being able to drive and all that. We don't.
Well, I think there are different levels because the ladies that we were with, they drove themselves to the event. They were not covered.
They're here in America, so yeah. So.
So there are different. What do we call them? Sects? Different denominations. We call them.
Yeah. So you have one on October the 19th, the 20th, and the 25th. Yeah.
Just kind of all over town, just to give people a chance. Some people pre-ordered the book.
Yes, they did.
And I will be at Biz Chicks in November, right?
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
At Biz Chicks. Yes, I will have your book and it will be autographed.
Yay.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
That's great. Gail, we really appreciate what you do and the community that you speak to. And so, ladies, I want you to be aware, those of you who are watching, of Gail's skills and her willingness to come speak to your community and to connect with her and book her for speaking engagements. Also, I want you to get the word out, help get the word out, help us get the word out about her new book, Girl, Get It Right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your being on the show and helping everybody helping me and everybody else to take the hassle out of our hustle.
Yes.
We enjoy doing that.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
So with that, is there anything last thing you want to share with our audience? We now know where we can find you, right? You put it in the chat, Francine?
Yeah, it's on Facebook. It's in the chat.
Yes, I see it.
And then I will put it over on YouTube. I will put a link there in the comments so that we can all go and take a look and find out where Gail is.
Yes, thank you. I did want them to know, a lot of people buy the book, Knowing I'm a Survivor, thinking it's memoir, and it's not memoir. There are about 10 vignettes from my life in that book, but it's a short read, and I wanted it to be more helpful than shocking. So I included a lot of inspirational quotes. There's probably like 43 inspirational quotes. There are 5 exercises to be done.
I was going to say, because it's a guide, so there are exercises.
There's exercises, tips, and I also sell a journal, companion journal, and that my book sells for about $12.99, and once you get it on Amazon, then it's $13. And then my journal, if you buy the journal and the book together, it's $19.99.
Okay, great. Well, Gail, thank you again for stopping in with us, and everyone who's here, thank you for stopping in and having this little coffee thought appreciation. And then we're talking about Girl, Get It Right.
Thank you.
Get it right.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for creating this forum for us to share with each other.
Yep, we love it. And let me see if I can find out who's on next week, because I think we've got should have had that picked up over here.
And while she's doing that, Gail, I want to encourage you to stay in the seat, because we have to go through several processes over there on YouTube.
All right, I'm here. Yeah.
And meanwhile, I want to remind everybody that Biz Chicks is doing their Like a Pro series, and we have a series on Podcasts Like a Pro, Plan Like a Pro, and several other things so that we can get ready for 2019. If you take the podcast Like a Pro, you'll be on more than 5 platforms or more at the end of the workshop. Right. So you want to sign up for that, and seating is limited because we like to give personal attention and deliver more than we promise.
And that is Saturday, in that workshop is Saturday the 27th.
Oh, okay. It's coming up soon. Yep. And then we're doing Broadcast Like a Pro to give tips and tools like pull your screen down.
And that's in November. That comes up in November.
Yes. So, and our workshops are running at what price, Francine?
$49.
$49. So, the seating is limited and the price is
price is right?
That's right. That's right. And those of you who work with us know that you get more than you pay for when you come to our workshops, and they are interactive. So
are they online?
Nope, these are live and in person.
These are come and attend because we want you to get a chance to practice.
Right.
And when is the planning one?
The planning one, hold on a minute. Let me take a look because the Plan Like a Pro is on here.
All of these are on our website, bizchicks.net, for those of you watching by the replay, while she's looking up the dates.
I believe it's in November. Because Plan Like a Pro would be in November because the new year is coming up.
The new year is coming. That's why we scheduled it for the last quarter. Okay. Did you find it, Frank? Because I can go to the website.
Yeah, you might need to go to the website because I'm like, okay. The 24th. Yeah, so it is definitely, we got it coming up. I just don't have them in.
It's on the website though, so we can.
Yes, it is on the website.
bizchicks.net. It is definitely on the website. Okay. Learning how to use my calendar here.
Okay.
So we just did the Sell Like a Pro, Podcast Like a Pro is coming up. Then after that is Present Like a Pro. Like
I got it, friend.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm looking at Broadcast Like a Pro is on October the 27th. Present Like a Pro is, I need to go back now. I touched it. It's on November the 10th.
Wow.
Plan Like a Pro is on December 8th. Looks like, December the 8th. Sometimes the type is so small, Gil. December the 8th, and then Go Live Like a Pro, which is about broadcasting, is going to be January the 12th.
That's the one I need.
Okay. Okay. And we may be able to do something ahead of that. If you don't want to wait until January, we can work something out. Just call us.
I appreciate that about you guys. Your flexibility, your ability to be available.
Yes.
And we like to keep it simple so that you can understand how to do it when you leave there. You're not going to leave confused, okay? or feel like, oh, I'm not techie, I can't make this happen.
Right, yeah.
Because that's our audience. So, guys, if there's nothing else, we want to remind you. Did you want to add something, Fran?
No. I'm just going to say thank you for tuning in. And
we appreciate you.
Right. Okay. So we'll see everybody tomorrow. TJ will be talking to us about social media and digital marketing. So tune back in.
Okay.
Okay, guys, don't forget to go to the front of your own line.